What's up, movie lovers?
What's up, movie lovers? It's Tony and Kyle Comics here, and we're talking about Infinity War Part 1, the film with the leaked footage. Here's our predictions.
That's right, we're doing a prediction video. We're going to predict what's going to happen in Infinity War. Hopefully, all of it is right, so you can come to us and be like, you were right. And we'll be like, well, no.
And give us some money.
Alright, so my first prediction comes from a YouTube video. Actually, it was a comment that I saw. So this is not my original idea, but I did like it a lot, so I'm just going to go ahead and say it. That Tony Stark is going to be the new Uncle Ben, that he's going to die protecting Spider-Man, and Spider-Man's going to become a mature hero from it. That's my first prediction.
That's his prediction, not mine.
I honestly think that'd be a pretty cool move. You know, Iron Man's been in 3 Iron Man movies, Civil War, both Avenger movies, and Spider-Man: Homecoming. So he's been in a lot of the superhero movies, the Marvel ones.
Yeah, he has been in a lot of movies.
So I think it's finally time for him to kick the bucket and let Pepper Potts be the new Iron Man. You know what I'm saying?
He recently did say that he did not want to overstay his welcome as Tony Stark, even though I personally can never get enough of Mr. Tony Stark. But I guess that death comes for all of us. You know, life is very fleeting and short, so I think it would happen. Personally, I think that Iron Man might survive this one, but I'm thinking that Cap is going to die in this one.
Don't you mean Nomad?
Nomad, I mean Nomad. He is donning the Nomad costume. A little background for you not comic readers. Nomad is the man with no country. So it's a what do I say? It's an alias that Captain America picks up.
An alias, you mean?
It's an alias that Captain America picks up when he does not like what's going on with the United States government, but he still wants to be a hero. So he dons the Nomad alias. He wears a black costume. It looks a little silly on in the comics. It wouldn't translate well on screen. So
they basically made him look like Solid Snake.
They made him look like Solid Snake. Here's a photo of Solid Snake.
Are you actually gonna edit
I don't know if I'm gonna edit that in. Don't. If I do, be excited. But yeah. So that's what I'm predicting. I'm thinking that for all the other heroes to get clemency, to get forgiveness in the United States government, he's going to die in battle, and so that everything can be normal again. Because Ant-Man and the Wasp is still happening, and he's fugitive probably now. Falcon's taking up his mantle again as the Falcon. Yeah. So unfortunately, Anthony Mackie is probably going to be the next Captain America, which isn't great news to me because I don't like Anthony Mackie, not as an actor or a person. He was fine in the first Winter Soldier movie, but after that, he was the worst.
This is a call out to Anthony Mackie.
Yeah, Anthony Mackie, I have beef with you, and nobody believes that you would ever be Tupac, so don't ever attempt to be Tupac in any movie ever again. He did that. He really did that. What else do I have to say? I hope that the Winter Soldier picks up the Captain America.
Oh yeah, Bucky.
Because he's signed on for many more movies than Chris Evans was at that point. Remember when that happened?
Yeah.
So hopefully we get some Buck, some Captain Buck.
I don't know if he might take the shield, but I don't know if he'll be Captain America. I like his metal arm motif and stuff, so he might just be like.
We'll see what happens. You never know. I think that Infinity War is probably going to end up being a direct sequel to Civil War.
Probably. Separate.
Same
Black
directors
Panther
and
comes out
everything.
before, right?
Yes.
So probably Black Panther events will happen, and then anyways.
Bucky's not going to be in Black Panther though.
What?
Bucky's not in Black Panther though.
Oh, he isn't?
Nope.
Interesting. Alright, here's my next prediction. I think Nebula's gonna die. As sad as that is, Nebula is my favorite character in Guardians of the Galaxy. I really think Nebula's gonna die.
Why do you think that's gonna happen?
Because I don't think they'll kill Gamora, because she's an integral part of the Guardians. But killing off Nebula probably will happen. I mean, she'll probably die fighting Thanos, her father.
I think she's become a fan favorite, so I can't see it happening.
Yeah, Nebula definitely was my favorite character in Guardians of the Galaxy too. She wasn't in the first Guardians of the Galaxy. I didn't like her at all, but in number 2, really gave her that development. Though they hugged their sisters. Anyways, I'm sure all of you watching this hopefully have seen the leaked footage, but just seeing the Guardians with the Avengers is so, like, you just forget that the Guardians actually are part of that universe sometimes, because they're just so isolated. So it's really nice seeing them, really fun, seeing, Star-Lord jumping with Doctor Strange's, like, stepping stone thing.
Seeing Thor with Rocket, I think that's going to be a really great dynamic. As long as it's done correctly, of course.
God, I hope they don't ruin the Guardians.
No, James Gunn has a lot of input on the Guardians' part, so I actually, for you fans out there, I actually asked him on a Q&A, and he answered me directly. He said he has a lot of involvement in Infinity War.
That's good. Save the Guardians. I don't care about everybody else, but as long as the Guardians keep their characters, then I'll be okay.
So let's talk about some far-off ideas that I have. Well, the first one I want to talk about is involving Scarlet Witch and Vision. If you guys know, Vision and Scarlet Witch end up falling in love in the comics, and they have cyborg babies. They have Wanda goes ahead and impregnates herself with the Vision's children, and I feel like that's gonna happen in this new film. If you I feel like Thanos is gonna come down right after she impregnates herself, and Thanos is gonna rip the Infinity Stone out of Vision's head, and so she's gonna be a single mother. That's what I think's gonna happen.
He's not gonna come back. You think he's gonna die?
He's gonna die. And
so you think Cap's gonna die and Vision's gonna die?
Cap's gonna die. Vision's gonna die.
I might vote for Nebula.
Gonna die.
Yeah, I think Nebula's gonna die.
Maybe Iron Man. I can't see it happening though.
I can't see both Cap and Iron Man dying. I think that's a little too much.
I don't know if either one of them is gonna die. It's probably gonna end up none of them are gonna die. I think that Disney's very afraid to take those risks. I think it would upset a lot of people.
But it's his time, man. It's his time. Either Cap or Iron Man. One of them has to go in Infinity War. You know what's about to happen. And then in part 2, the other one can go.
I also think that Peter's gonna kick the bucket.
No, you don't. He has like 5 movies lined up after this.
Well, that's where Miles Morales comes in. That's why they set up the Prowler. You see, Tom Holland signed on for a 5-movie deal. So we have Civil War, Homecoming, Infinity War, and then Infinity War Part 2, and then his solo movie is supposed to be coming up right after Infinity War Part 2. And what I'm thinking is going to happen is that he's going to die in Infinity War Part 2, maybe by the spider who bit him crawls out of his chest and mutilates him. Is that the right way to say it?
What are you talking
He mutilates him. And then in Homecoming 2, we don't know what it was called yet, is going to be his funeral, and Aunt May's going to be crying, and then Miles Morales is actually going to take over the mantle.
You don't actually believe that?
I think Scarlet Witch that's not really Scarlet Witch. I think it's actually a crossover with the film Lucy. Have you seen the film Lucy, where Scarlett Johansson is like I don't know what she is. But there's a film called Lucy, and it stars Scarlett Johansson as a blonde, so I just can't see Black Widow ever being blonde. So yeah, I'm thinking that's what's going to happen to her. I think Anthony Mackie's Falcon is unfortunately going to take up the game.
Okay, let's get back to the real predictions. Oh, Jesus! It's okay, gamers, we're back. Give me that look, Anthony, I'm sorry. How did you have this? You gave me that. Okay.
Sorry, gamers. And this thing keeps falling. We're sitting in a car. I guess I have to hold it now. Okay. Let's get back to business.
So any other predictions? Oh, I think Loki is gonna just betray Thor like for the third time.
I
and
agree.
Give the Tesseract to Thanos.
I wonder when they're just gonna be done with Loki. He's been in so many films.
Dude, okay, this is my prediction. At the end of Infinity War, Thor's gonna be like, Loki, I know you've done some terrible things, but you're my brother. Let me take custody of Loki and bring him back to Asgard. That's exactly what's gonna happen. It's just gonna be the end of the first Avengers.
I feel like that's gonna be Thor's final straw. He's gonna be like, are you serious? After you caused aliens to rain down on New York, I didn't do anything. You faked her death and pretended to be Odin. I didn't do anything. You know he's gonna do some bull in Ragnarok. So he's gonna be like, you did whatever you did in Ragnarok, and now you help Thanos. You give him the thing. It's time to meet your maker. And then he just straight up kills Loki. So Loki's gonna be the sixth death in the Infinity War movies. Listen, Infinity War is what people are thinking is gonna be a soft reboot of. It's the culmination of all these movies. The best thing you can do is just kill off a lot of characters so that this new age of Avengers can come and take over.
We're talking about Squirrel Girl, Spider-Man.
Talking about Squirrel Girl, Nova, Iron Fist, Captain Marvel,
Moon
Doctor
Knight.
Strange, Moon Knight.
Doctor Strange is dying.
Yeah, Doctor Strange is also gonna die. There's no sequel in line. The first movie was
the big guy, his friend, is gonna be the new Sorcerer Supreme.
Yeah, Dormammu. Dormammu's gonna be the new Sorcerer Supreme. He's gonna don his fire head and long cloak from the Marvel vs. Capcom games, and he's gonna join it. And then the new villain is actually gonna be MODOK in Avengers 5.
Dude, I would lose. That would be the best ever if MODOK was the next villain. He's almost as good as Doctor Doom.
Unfortunately, the best villain ever is Doctor Doom is not gonna be coming anytime soon to the MCU. In fact, Fox is talking about developing a Doctor Doom solo film, which is a bad idea.
I don't understand these villain solo films. How can you have a movie about a villain without a hero?
Yeah, I think that people saw Suicide Squad and its success and think that they can replicate it.
Success.
The only success was its monetary success, because otherwise it was an abysmal film.
Apparently, had good makeup.
Yeah, it won an Oscar for makeup. Isn't that something? And somehow it has a higher score on Rotten Tomatoes, I believe, than Batman vs. Superman.
Okay, it wasn't. Okay, Batman vs. Superman wasn't that bad.
It was not that bad, so I'm very confused, and I just don't get what kind of world we live in.
Anyways, for some more Avengers predictions, I think they're gonna bring in the Suicide Squad in for Infinity War.
Yeah, definitely. I think that they're gonna need just that little push, and that Killer Croc and El Diablo, who's definitely coming back in the sequel, will really be able to bring forth something really great.
I think they're gonna bring in Marvel's The Spot. They're gonna bring him in for the Infinity War movie, and they're really just gonna.
This is really gonna have some great development with this character. Hopefully, Marvel's Sandman makes an appearance. That would be really great.
But seriously though, do you remember in the leaked footage trailer that Black Panther had that army?
Yeah.
With them, dude, that's gonna be a sick moment. I think I can already see he has his Wakanda army, and he's like.
Honestly, I think this whole movie is gonna be sick. I mean, this is why the Russos, they're finally getting to do an Avengers movie. I think it'll be really great. I think and James Gunn is putting his say in, and John Watts has his little things that he gets to put in for Spider-Man.
Oh, Dr. Spider-Man.
The director of Spider-Man. And Peter Parker gets a spider sense. Finally!
Why didn't he have it in the first film? That's
I don't
the big
know.
question.
I just don't understand. I think we've been through this already. Didn't we review Spider-Man Homecoming? But yeah, the first thing you see with Peter is that his hair on his arm stands up. He notices something bad's going on, and that was a very good moment. I feel like the Russos understand Spider-Man more than John Watts. No offense to you, John Watts. You did a good job on Spider-Man Homecoming. But in all seriousness, I do not like Spider-Man's new costume.
Oh, the quote unquote
The
Iron Spider.
costume. I don't like it.
I think it's flashy and it's kind of golden. I think
Yeah.
it's alright.
I just want Peter to make his own suits. I feel like if Peter had made a suit in Homecoming, it would be fine that he had the Iron Spider suit in Infinity War that Tony made. But now it just feels like Peter can't have a suit if a good suit if Tony doesn't give it to him. But hopefully Tony dies in Infinity War so that no more help from Tony.
And then War Machine Rhodes is gonna take up the mantle of Iron Man.
It looks like Rhodes is back, which is really weird.
Yeah, he's like walking.
Because he's like.
Oh yeah, did you see the interview with him where he was like, "Oh, you know Tony, you got the robots, and now I'm walking again." He did something like that in the interview.
Yeah, I think that's really hilarious. See, Don Cheadle is a good man, but Anthony Mackie is not, and I'm grouping them together because they're both black. A spoiler alert: I'm also black, so this is just a fun joke. If you think that you can say inappropriate things about race in the comments, don't even think about it. Don't.
Anyways. Dude, Thor's, speaking of black sidekicks, Thor's about to get one in Ragnarok that...
And good God, is she fine?
Oh yeah, okay. Since we're just let's just title this video Marvel Talk. Because we're just talking about everything now. In Ragnarok, they're just doing Guardians of the Galaxy, but like not Guardians. That's just what they're gonna do. Except Loki is in it, and Hulk, and then the girl, and then...
It looks like it'll be original in my opinion. It's like it's gonna be one of the more original Marvel movies.
That's true, actually. All right. True.
And Hulk is speaking.
Yeah, I did notice that he looks skinnier than he does. Like he looks a little less bulky, and something just looks different about him.
I think it's because he looks less angry, and he got a haircut. I don't know if you noticed that he got a haircut, and his ears look a little bit bigger.
Just looks different. Not bad. It just is different.
I wonder if Lou Ferrigno is doing his voice. I hate Lou Ferrigno, by the way.
Who hope Luffy is in the Infinity Wars.
Yeah, I think Luffy will make an appearance. Straw Hats will be attacked by some of the Black Order, Thanos' kids.
Oh, did you hear did I already say this? That in Captain Marvel is gonna be set in the 90s and it's gonna like have scrolls in it apparently. The rumors.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think it's already scrolls? Like, what if Black Widow was a scroll the whole time? How would you feel about that?
That's why her hair can change like that. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I don't think hair dye exists in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But I also didn't think that racism existed in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And then I watched Luke Cage, and then this comment about slaves by Zendaya in Spider-Man: Homecoming. So racism definitely does exist in the Marvel Universe, guys.
The Marvel Cinematic Universe is just our planet, but like with.
Since I like to hope. Is there anything else? Any more?
What else? I said Nebula might die. That's my prediction. No, I can't think of any other predictions. So. Pull up the poster.
Pull up the description.
Well, hear this. At least Tony or Steve is gonna die. One of them is going to die. If not both. But I really don't think both.
I heard that Doctor Strange and Peter Parker are gonna have a good friendship in this movie.
Oh yeah, that interview, yeah.
That sounds really, really cool, in my opinion. I hope that they become good friends and you can see Doctor Strange. Oh! They said that they needed a new hero for the next Homecoming movie. Really? So maybe it's Doctor Strange. I kind of hope that they would just let Spider-Man do his own thing in the next movie, but...
Oh, wait, they need a new hero for... What if that means they really are going to kill Tony? If he's not going to be in the next Spider-Man movie?
I just think that they want to have variety in the character.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, like, you know how attached Spider-Man is to Iron Man. Either... What if that does mean Tony's going to die?
This is going to be really sad if... I mean, I want Captain America to die because I don't like Captain America as a character. But I think it's going to be really sad if we don't get that interaction between Spider-Man and Captain America, like there was in the books, in the comics. I really like their dynamic, and they've only really got to interact through the Civil War when they were fighting. But then again, we can't have Wolverine and Spider-Man interact ever.
I know. The
So-
Hugh Jackman? Oh, dude, that would have been so
That would've been
awesome
so
if Hugh
fun.
Jackman was.
He said the only way he would come back for Wolverine if it was in an Avengers movie.
Dang. Well, that's all I got.
Yep. So that's it. I feel like all the predictions stated, especially by me, will come into fruition. Click that like button,
Click that subscribe.
button.
Read Davis.
Online webtoon, link in the description, baby. And yeah, happy birthday to Danny out in Switzerland.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. All right, that's it. See ya.